Chris Connelly with us now, though. Who do you think are some of the big names that stood out, especially from your standpoint, Chris? You've been covering the Oscars for quite some time. This was
things are a lot different now. With streaming and with COVID, we get a lot fewer box office information and things like that. So stuff kind of came out of nowhere. This was a year filled with mystery, and now some of those mysteries are solved. And it was a great morning, as you saw, for Power of the Dog, which got 4 acting nominations. That was a substantial surprise to me. Being the Ricardos got 3 acting nominations as well. And of course, Dune did phenomenally well with 10 nominations, and yet no nomination for its director, Denis Villeneuve. So it was that kind of year where you felt like people and movies were honored, and yet every now and then there was a big surprise.
Do you have a favorite?
We have a favorite to win?
Yes.
I think now we get to sort of sit back and see, because there hasn't been that kind of overall favorite that we've seen in the past. I like the odds of something like Power of the Dog. Remember, Jane Campion now is the first woman ever to be nominated twice in that category. She already has an Oscar for screenplay back in the day when she did The Piano. And remember, when she lost Best Director, she lost to Steven Spielberg, who's also nominated this year. So I think that movie's got a great shot in a number of big categories, and so does Belfast from Kenneth Branagh, who now becomes the first person ever to have been nominated in his career in 7 different categories. That's never been done before. And now he just has to win one. So
the Renaissance man of not winning, but covering it all.
What can't he do, that Kenneth Branagh? And I think that's the kind of movie that in recent years has done very well at the Oscars. That film set in 1970s in Northern Ireland, kind of triumph of the human spirit material. As you see, it's in black and white. The Academy loves that as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if that one does well, too. Things are changing. A lot of surprises are happening. And I was disappointed to not see someone like Jennifer Hudson get a nomination in Best Actress. That was a bit of a surprise, being overlooked for Respect, in which she played Aretha Franklin.
A little snub. That was one, I guess, that you felt. In addition to that, what else?
Well, it's a math problem in that category. That was like 7 into 5 won't go, because the name everyone's talking about is Lady Gaga, who was overlooked for House of Gucci. I think what happened was House of Gucci began sort of getting, I don't know, people treated it like it was an episode of Dynasty. Like it was all dressed up and people were acting these big emotions and stuff, and maybe that hurt her chances. So that was a bit of a surprise as well. I think a lot of people had her figured to do well there. But, we move on and we'll see. Olivia Colman with a great chance to take home another Oscar for the Lost Daughter in that category.
Do you think with the Jennifer Hudson or Lady Gaga, people are thinking, okay, are they singers or are they actors or are they both? Or should we love them for this or that? Do you think maybe the public is a bit confused of their roles?
Well, I mean, Jennifer Hudson was a potential nominee in 2 categories as a songwriter as well as an actress, so maybe you're onto something. Beyonce and Jay-Z were both up possibly for nominations as songwriters in Best Song. Beyonce got one and Jay-Z didn't. So imagine that household this morning.
The power of the woman. All right, who do you think will win big on Oscar night?
Well, it remains to be seen. I think something like Dune is going to do very well in some of the technical categories, the craft categories. But the acting power and the emotions behind something like The Power of the Dog may not be able to be denied. And don't count out West Side Story either. People love that movie, and that could surprise as well.
Well, I sure loved it on Broadway. Chris Connelly, great to see you. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.